Hello, good evening. It's Monday night over here at Rethink Gaming, and we're playing a game. That must mean that we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's Curse of the Crimson Throne, which is a Paizo Pathfinder adventure, but we're using the 5th edition rule set because we're crazy people. We're using Discord, we're using Fantasy Grounds, and I have to thank, as always, Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. You've just got to be using it at your gaming table. When last we left the intrepid party, they had just finished clearing the Temple of the Moon and were sitting down to feast in celebration with the Moon Maidens in anticipation of their leader coming to join them. Team, is there anything that we wanted to insert or retcon into that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Second. For some reason that sound didn't think I clicked it. There it goes. Okay. So some time has passed as you begin to flex your newfound strength and get fully rested. Let me make sure everybody's in fact fully rested. Da-da-da. Why we have so many targets? Anyway, you find yourselves at the table with multiple members of the Moon Clan. And at the head of the table is their elder. His name is Akram.
You're the only person that can get two at a time.
Cool sword he's got.
That's a star knife.
Is it effective in combat?
Yeah, it's a Pathfinderism. It's effectively a piercing dagger or flashing dagger.
One way to
Yeah,
find
it's pretty
out.
cool, man. And I just like start showing like some of the ones that I have. It's pretty cool, man.
So you are introduced to Akram as the truth speaker of the Larun Kwa, the moon tribe of the Shawanti people. As you exchange meals, and if you choose to, you can listen to the legends being told of the moon people and their many trials and tribulations, and then they ask you to tell your stories as well. And I'm sure at least we go through the stuff that you've done to try and gain favor with Shawanti people, right?
Phil will do it in full song and regalia and tell all the tales of what we've done and exploits.
Very nice. And they're quite impressed. And Akram says, after a long draw from his smoke pipe, I will support you, of course. Your mission is near complete. Very little can be done to impress the people of the Cinderlands, save one final task.
Oh yeah, buddy. What is that task we gotta complete? You know, Phil's got game for it all.
We will take the Shuan-Ti terror drum into the canyon. You will use it to summon Cindermaw, our greatest foe. Either it will consume you, as it has many a Shuan-Ti encampment, or you will emerge victorious, undeniably a hero to our people. I will observe, without interfering. Should the worm not consume you completely, I can come back and gather your bodies. What say you, brave warriors?
I want to know what's in this pipe. Is this part of the backstory that Blunt Brannigan doesn't remember? Or is this man just high on some moon grass?
The stuff he's smoking does emit a silvery smoke that is probably not healthy for anyone.
Good to know. This is something that our group agreed upon. I'm trying to reflect back. I don't remember.
He's asking if we want to agree to it now.
So if memory serves me right, we've discussed the Cinder Maw before, but we haven't quite necessarily stated like we were going to necessarily defeat it. More so that we were going to be part of the works to help, like whatever we could. So that might have been subtext that we were going to do, but we never outright stated we were going to fight Dune style a giant worm.
But
Okay.
this is the last task we need to do in order for them to tell us why.
Correct. The
Why the queen
secrets.
can't be killed. That's the whole reason, is they're supposedly able to provide that information. So I think we should probably do it.
Correct. I'm in agreement because I think due to what Akram has just stated, we are on the last trial essentially with the Cinder Maw. And then we'll have full trust and almost be part of the clan because we have to gain their trust in order to get their knowledge and information.
I asked him if he can provide any, if he knows of anything we need to know that might help us defeat the Cinder Maw.
He raises a bushy eyebrow and takes a draw from his pipe and says, I can answer your questions.
For what he's going to tell us, Phil's just going to try to gauge how true it is for whatever details that he might offer.
And I asked him if he knows of any weaknesses that we could use against the Cinder Maw in our quest to defeat it.
It is said that the beast is weakest from within, but only the bravest of warriors have ever attempted this attack.
Do you mean from within, if we go into his body, if he swallows us? That's the best way?
This is the most honorable way to defeat him as well, with the greatest prestige.
With the 17, is what he's saying, like, is he getting like a truthful vibe from him?
Yeah, he's amused at the line of questioning, but does not appear to be deceiving anyone.
Okay.
Does it have to be an honorable kill? Like, what if we just use explosives and call it a day?
Explosive horse, even.
Does anybody even have any explosions on them?
Cindermaw is an icon of evil, a foe who has long plagued my people, but he is also an adversary worthy of our respect. You should not profane him. but defeat him in righteous battle.
I kind of laugh in disbelief. It's a very conflicting statements for your greatest nemesis and a problem, but honorably from inside. Who exactly came up with that?
The young Shwanti warriors are constantly challenging one another to more and more difficult tasks.
So are we saying we're being peer pressured by children to risk our lives by fighting from inside?
Not at all. But if you did so, none could have topped any of your feats.
Don't say you're afraid now, Blunt, to do some honorable death killings.
No, I'm just saying that whatever the man has in his pipe should be shared with the rest of the class, because apparently it's very effective at what it does.
I'm honestly surprised Delirium hasn't gone after it yet. Is the
Hey,
toad
Bob?
working for you?
Out of game, the scars that we got that will summon things, what can be summoned?
The
Any animal or
no,
Dragon
the
spirits.
dragon
So just
spirits.
the dragon things.
the what?
The dragon spirits that y'all that
Did-
we
did
summoned
we-
last time?
Did we not get Andriel's dragon spirit picked out?
I think we did. She had the blue one, if I remember correctly.
I had the sapphire.
Yeah, I can't remember what I had.
Essentially, you summon like a dragon
A
spirit.
dragon, yeah.
Yeah, and you should have like the dragon type table that Bob created, and I think you
Right.
should have taken something from there. And I think he made.
Oh yeah, I
Dragon's
remember.
Yeah.
Now I have to go back and remember what. But was it the blue one, Bob? Do you?
I
Do you
think
know?
it was, but I mean, we could choose or roll for a different one if you want to. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's fine. I'll go with the blue.
I think I got stat block here. I'm trying to grab the template. It's pulling off of this summoned draconic spirit. Here. Only records you own can be shared. I'm not OP enough.
Get good, right?
Gotta get record ability sharing.
Secondhand mercury fumes. Nice.
We don't see Illyrium because he's just fully doused in the fumes.
Very nice.
Yeah, so the marks are starting to fade.
Because it's been 2 days, 3 days.
It lasts 1 week total.
Yeah, so we don't have much time with them remaining. So I would definitely say that if we're gonna do this, definitely pull out those cards and pop them out. Did Bob, if you remember, did Phil have? I see that he's got the mark. I just don't know what his one was.
It was
Would be able
summoning.
along the bottom.
No. Oh well, let me switch over to him.
I'm sure it
Nope.
was summoning.
Yeah, the bottom just stays with mine.
Mhm.
Well, what do you think?
I'm down.
Bishop's down.
I think we should do it.
Phil's down because he wants to play a dope drum that he's never probably played before.
You fools, you didn't use the slash vote command.
Is anybody not ready to go?
I think prior to
Ready.
going, Phil is going to cast Hero's Feast. I don't know how to do a spellcaster on here, Bob, so I have no idea.
Bill, you've done this 100 times. What do you mean?
I'll remember this, Victor.
It's a delicious feast.
Yeah, no, how do I target all of y'all in order to do this?
With your hands. With your hands, man.
Victor just walks up and Phil just like slaps him. What do you mean, man, with my hands? I'm a satyr. You saying all we've got is hands here? But no, Bob, how would I cast mass cast a spell for?
I got you, man.
We're just gonna pretend that accent didn't happen.
Yes, we're gonna walk right over that.
It's just kind of a tour of all 50 states.
Yeah.
Accents are hard.
All right, you have the entire party targeted.
Okay, so then I just do this, and then I guess I do that, and then I do that. All right, cool. And I will mark off this spell.
You have some double up. I'll clean it up.
Yeah, never have played a spellcaster for this, so I have no idea how targeting works. So in combat, I'll have to re-ask.
Spellcasters are hard. I kind of wish they had a simpler UI for it.
I blame Cobalt. It's all his fault.
Yeah, it's easy.
Actually, we should take that idea, shelve it. Bob and I should look into making a plugin and we get rich, and then we don't have to work our actual jobs.
That sounds
Interesting.
plan.
I mean, or you could just involve the entire group, and we can all just be rich and not have to.
I don't think you guys can code.
We're just gonna do
You're out.
D&D.
Hey, I'm just for the marketing team here. Calm on,
Yeah.
come on. I'm for the people here.
That's what
I'm
LinkedIn learning is for.
I'm still wanting us to just become a voice acting crew that does D&D. That's all we need to do. We're gonna get Rethink Gaming super popular. And we're gonna become this.
First thing Shark Tank is going to tell me to do is cut staff by 50%.
Just tell them that we have 32 employees, and then we cut them all down, and then we have the 16 core.
Thus
Can't do
surviving.
that. We're family.
We were built off the back of our sweat and tears.
It's a but they-
I'm still here. I'm gonna just jump
apparently
off
it's
voice for a second.
good on thing.
All right. So I'm going to set you down here in this canyon.
All right, I'm back.
And
I'm
you
back.
can decide where you want to be and what kinds of preparations you want to make before
Norbert casts murder.
actually starting the drum. So the way the drum works, it's built so you can start a fire, a little campfire inside, and the smoke, as it builds up, flaps the flap on the drum. So it will just beat forever until the fire burns out.
I think Bishop will kind of be somewhat in front for scouting purposes, and Phil will kind of be closer to the back, or in the back middle, kind of with the group with the drum.
Anybody else?
I'm gonna spread out there,
What a
kind of behind this little rock.
Well, is our goal to get 8? Are we doing this what the kids want us to do?
I think the goal is to summon the Cinder Maul and then to fight it. I think the easiest way to fight it is from the inside out, because the hide won't be as tough to hit potentially.
It's just
Um,
as thick from the inside as it is from the outside.
Yeah, when we
Who
get
knows?
digested, there's some core issues with this plan that the kids want us to do.
What if we beat on it from the outside, and then when it's close to dying, we have somebody jump in and then claw their way out?
I mean, punched her way out.
Punch their way out. There we go. We got a volunteer.
I'll
I
do
Does
mean,
anyone
we
have
are.
high animal handling?
I
Have a
somewhat. I have a
+1.
+7. Plus, I have a. Sorry. I have something for this. A ring.
I was just curious if we could get more information on the type of worm it is. Is it like an Alaskan bullworm? You know, like
I have a ring of animal. I have a ring of animal influence. I can cast animal friendship, fear, or speak with animals. To talk to this. However, it.
does it count as an animal? Can you talk to it?
Probably not. It's probably a monstrosity. So
Well, it's just a
probably
big ass worm, right? What's is a monstrosity not an animal?
Correct.
It might be
Monstrosity
more
is
considered
not
a
an
beast.
animal. Yeah,
Okay,
a beast would be an animal.
gotcha. Okay.
Well, I'm going to get on top of this. I assume this is a cliff up here.
Yeah,
Looking
you're in
down
a
on-
canyon.
Okay. I'm going to get way up here.
Okay.
Looking down on this area. Right here.
Give myself good visibility. Where are we setting the fire at?
Probably a good ways ahead of us, right? Is it gonna drag it in with the fire?
So I think the way Bob described it is it's gonna be like the drum's gonna keep going, and it'll summon it from there. So I don't know if we place the drum and then we come back, or if we hold on to the drum and it comes to us.
What is this circle of the 5 feet?
That's
Is this where we
the
have to do the drumming?
that's the drum. You get to choose where to go.
Okay.
That was suggestion.
Oh, if that's where the drum is, then
I mean, are we gonna sneak attack?
We can put it where y'all want to put it.
no, that's fine. If that's the case, then Bishop's gonna climb, or float with the
Right.
help of Phil up
So if-
here.
So if it's going to be down in there, we've got them flanked on both sides of the
I'm good being
canyon.
ground.
So I feel like it should be in the lowest part of the valley,
Right.
and then if it comes up, then we have like
Because
all sides covered.
you can always try to shoot arrows
or
into its
float
mouth
with
if
the
it
help
opens its
of-
mouth.
Correct.
And that would be from the inside.
I'm gonna sit on this rock. Good place to be.
I mean, I'm gonna hang out actually with Andrew.
Norbert's good exactly on the ground. I'm a big tough guy. I
I
got
think
-1 strength.
I think Phil will kind of just be in the back corner to kind of be on the carpet, ready to fly wherever he needs to cast any kind of spells necessary.
Alright, I'm gonna use the bracers to twin a cantrip. It's gonna be Mage Hand. And he's fiddling in his inventory. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. Anything else?
Mm,
Scared. That's all I gotta say.
no, I don't think Phil's got anything else. Ooh, actually, Phil is gonna cast Summon Draconic Spirit. And he's gonna summon his Draconic Spirit to kind of be on the other side, essentially like right here is where he's gonna want his, if he can put it there, and then kind of just hang tight up here.
Victor's gonna do the same and have it across, just directly across from him in that other little.
Was his sapphire?
Yes.
And Phil's was silver.
I think so, yes.
And can you guys move them?
If these guys are going to do it, I'm going to summon my blue.
Phil cannot.
I cannot move my.
Second.
He's rude.
Close. Try it now, Victor.
Nope.
Still no?
Don't know.
Okay.
He's way younger.
Oh wait, that was the blue. Did you try to move the blue?
I tried to move Sapphire. Blue's not moving.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to fix it. That's fine.
Can
Where
you
do you
drag
want?
him and drop him straight across from me?
And Phil wants
Right in that area where
yeah,
Phil is.
This is where Phil wants silver.
A little more north for Draconic, behind the. That's good.
Perfect.
Okay, where do we want the blue one?
Andrew?
Whenever they get settled, I'll place mine.
You can't move him.
Well, there's one. Who's this one up at the top?
That's yours. That's blue.
Oh, okay. Then I will put him right to the right of this little rock. Kind of flanking.
Right there?
No, over to the little rock on the left. Right there.
Okay. Anything else?
That should cover it, I think.
Yeah, I'm up and where I want to be, and that's really all I can do.
Who's gonna play the drum?
I think Phil was gonna start it, and then I think once it starts, it's gonna go. Or unless we have to physically.
Well, can't a mage hand do it?
Go light a fire.
I can do it. I'll jump back and run.
Shoot.
I
So
can
we'll start whatever he needs to do
take
to
that.
Wait.
play.
I'll go with Phil. I can pick him up and run.
I mean, you could always just jump on the carpet and fly away.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Let me know where you want to be dropped off, and I'll just drop you off there, because Phil's gonna go right back up to the rock.
No one's in it.
In between everybody.
Okay. Does Phil need to do anything, Bob?
I didn't ask.
No.
Okay. Then once he starts it, he's gonna drop him off, rumble right there again, and then fly back up.
So what you doing, Rumble? How are you starting this?
How do we need to start it?
You just gotta light a fire.
I light a fire. How do I do this?
How do you light fires?
Um,
Or you can
how do you
Little
lit a
help.
fire in this game?
Phil is failing at his survival check to
Yes.
light a fire.
Yeah, I do that thing. Give me 1 second. I light fire.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
We.
get a
And then I just-
smoldering fire going.
Yep. And then I just
Cool.
dump you wherever you wanted to be dropped off that rumble.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Okay. The fire cracks and popples. And eventually, the lid lifts. Thump. 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 It builds in speed.
I
It's soon beating as fast as a heartbeat.
Pretty cool.
The ground starts to rumble. The rocks around the canyon are shaking. A great creature breaks through the surface of the canyon and slides in your direction. It is immediately getting ready to take a swipe at the spirit dragon to its side. Initiatives, please.
Scary.
Go.
That sucks for Bishop. How about Phil?
I do have initiative or advantage on initiative rolls. Not bad. Cool. Sorry about. So it's the second number.
Okay. Looks alright.
There's cool. Not. How is that? I think it's power. It'll be a big thing.
Alrighty, Victor, you and your Sapphire are up first.
Okay, I'm gonna run forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's in poking distance. You know what that means?
Means you're gonna miss?
We're gonna try to hit him and miss. Let's go.
Oh shit! you
Hey,
hit.
let's go. I'm gonna use Eldritch Smite on him.
Oh my god, that thing is terrifying.
Here we have.
Get some necrotic damage with it. And then we got our Eldritch Smite. Where'd you at? It's smoted.
Be gone, smoke man.
I'm gonna hit him again. Or try to hit him again. Then I'm gonna bonk him with the tail end.
Misses.
Gotta love the extra bonks. I'm gonna yell over at my dragon, get in here and start biting and clawing.
Yeehaw!
Okay.
Kill him. Nice.
Rend. Breath weapon.
Let's go. Get him.
All right. Denilarium.
All right. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to push my last 2 explosive eggs down that thing's throat.
Okay.
Take your pills.
Bill's here.
You want the dice? You want me to roll damage? What do you want, Bob?
Let me remember what the egg does. It's
10d6.
a.
That's all I got on it. Crush it. 10d6.
Oh, wait a second. The egg from like
Yeah.
30 episodes ago?
I rarely
Doesn't it
check my
explode when
inventory.
it consumes? It's something crazy.
There's a check. What was the item that came from the beans, right?
It was the
Yeah.
explosive.
Bean.
Ooh.
The beans.
I don't have any description or anything on it.
Yeah, neither does Phil.
Okay, so you cram it down its throat. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw for each one. So, first save.
God damn.
It successfully saved. So its intelligence goes up to 2.
Shit.
You made it smart. No.
Maybe if it's aware, it'll realize the error of its ways.
And then the second one, same deal.
Oh crap.
Now it's mad and smart.
It's
Quick,
still-
Rumble, engage it in conversation.
Moon Clan, we have good news and bad news.
Its intelligence is currently a 3, so it's not an Einstein by any means. But yeah, it enjoyed the snack of eggs.
That was all I had. Retreat.
Okay, I'm going to do 2 shots with my hand crossbows
Okay.
directly into its mouth.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
And your sneak attack is doubled now with that.
And my sneak attack is 6 now, so I get. And then with my
Your sneak
second
attack
cross,
would have doubled as well.
oh, that's right. Okay. Did I roll it again, or are you just gonna double that?
Either way, it's fine. I can double the 18 if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, double the 18.
All right.
Then just the regular crossbow. It's a miss. Okay, and then I'm gonna crouch down and hide,
Okay.
but not move.
Alrighty. So first and foremost, bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then. Oh, slowing down for some reason. Then I'm gonna start firing. Excellent. So fire again. And then last but not least, we will put Hunter's Mark back on. Cool. Yeah, and Bishop's just kind of gonna go a little bit over here if he can. 5, 10, 15. Just to kind of try to get out of angular line with everybody, even though I know I'm up on like a cliffside.
Okay.
Just kind of rotate a bit to get out of a straight line.
Yeah, you.
I'm angry at punch.
Run up to it and punch.
I'm working on it. Jump. I call its mom mean words. He doesn't like that. Punch again. Yay! Wait, did I hit? No! Punch again for the third time. Oh my gosh. I'm so angry. I'm so angry I'm punching. I'm using my special action for one more punch. Yeah! 4 punches. Let's go! More punching. Wait. Yay! Okay, I did that.
I started dragon.
Okay, it rears up and blows fire, hitting the Sapphire Dragon, Andriel, and Blunt.
No.
That's illegal. How does it know I'm there?
Yeah, we were hiding.
Indeed. Dex save. Damage. Next. Silver Spirit.
So
And Phil.
I have a magic question, Bob. The
Yes.
Draconic Spirit, am I concentrating on that like a normal concentration spell, or
Yes.
with the mark I just use it and summon it?
No, it is concentration.
Shoot. Okay. So the silver is gonna go ahead and, if it can, try to get in tow with everybody else, and start fighting the same.
Okay.
And then I will figure out what I'm gonna do with it.
Okay, the creature seems to enjoy being bathed in fire. And its wounds heal just a little bit.
I did not know silver was fire. Whoa, fuck me. Seeing that.
Oh shit, it's not. You're right, it's not. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Whew. I was like, I just fucked up on epic proportions.
That
Apparently
would've sucked.
cold? Is it cold? I don't know. I must
It
surely I
says
did that
cold?
right. I don't
Yes.
know.
Okay.
I thought it was fire.
Okay. So, seeing as I did not fuck up yet, we're in good shape. Shoot. I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
what. I'm so sorry. Scrolling through Phil's stuff is a lot. Phil's going to pull out his wand of magic missiles and use 6 of the charges at the thing. And if I need to move closer, I will.
Okay. You don't need to move closer, I don't think.
Okay. So then it's what, 64?
So it's 3 for the first charge, and then 1 for each additional.
So 3. So 7? Nope. I can't math. 8. That many missiles come at it.
That's a lot of missiles.
Okay, plus 1 for each, so 25 damage.
Yes. Phil will then put it back. Just kind of tuck it away. And tuck in just a bit here to kind of get like out of line of sight in case it spews something at him.
Okay.
Norbert is going to cast. Alright, so I did that. Do one of these. He is incapacitated. I'm gonna move up. 2, 3, 4, 6. Put myself a little closer to him. My turn.
Okay. The
Mr. Worm is
blue-
now incapacitated.
Okay, so blue dragon's gonna take a multi-attack, which means I get 3 attacks, 1 bite, and 2 with claws. So do you want me to roll 3 d20s?
I got him.
Okay.
And the multi-attack is 2 rends and a breath weapon. Okay, Blunt.
It's me. Well, let's see. I think the best thing I can do is one of them sneak attacks to a javelin throw. Huzzah!
Oh, damn.
And because sneak attack is a bonus action, I can still do my second attack as a rogue.
Sneak
I
attack
have
is
dual
not
attack,
an
right?
action at all. But
Okay,
the
so
thing
then-
slumps lifelessly down to the ground.
Never mind. Save my
We did
javelin.
it.
Did we do that right?
We
Was it
murdered
dead?
Damn.
Man, I sure do love murder.
Are the kids gonna be pissed that we did that wrong? Redo?
Take
Well,
any
if we didn't
damage?
kill it in that round, I was gonna jump inside, but he's dead already.
I don't think anyone took any damage.
Didn't y'all take some damage?
I thought Blunt might have
Andriel did.
Oh yeah, we did. A little
We
bit.
got
Yeah.
singed a little
hardly
bit.
anything. Yeah, minimal. Gotta love them temporary hit points.
Hey, that Hero's Feast, man, came in clutch.
Great work, Phil.
Somebody down there want to confirm it's dead?
I immediately poke it with the pointy end. Seems pretty dead. Oh yeah, can I get confirmation? React to me stabbing it.
As
Grab a
you
tooth.
stab it, its skin tears and it catches fire around the edges of the tear.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Poke it again.
That also starts burning. The corpse
guys
is
look at it.
getting
It
very
catches fire.
hot.
Oh nope!
Go with your
Pull my
hands.
glaive out of there. That's gonna upset the other side. It can't be burning this. Pull it out.
Phil's gonna pick up Bishop, and we're both gonna go down to the creature.
Are you singing the Magic Carpet Ride song?
No, because I don't know those words.
A whole new world.
Victor,
Phil
you have
knows
a-
them
You have a whole,
by
you have a
heart.
whole new world to go to.
No, Phil knows.
I'm. What do I want to do? I guess the question that I got is, on my way down, did Bishop see that there was like flame erupting from the knife wound?
Well, the entire thing is starting to get hot, and within another round or two, anybody within a square is going to have to take damage.
Really quick, then Bishop's gonna try to take like a tooth or something from it as proof. Even though I know that the elder is watching us, I just still want to take a proof of
Murder.
yes.
The tooth is also starting to immolate.
I'll take it and then just kind of like throw it to the ground to see if being away from the body will do anything, but I'll do it away from the group. I'll just like run, and then Phil will kind of just back up as well. And then he'll tell Silver to back away as well.
It erupts into flame. The entire worm's body is now a huge smoldering fire. It's burning faster and faster.
Get the fuck out of there!
I'm thinking it's a good idea none of us were inside that thing. Fuck that.
Hey, that is the honorable way to do this.
It immolates into ash that the wind of the canyon starts scattering away.
Can I scoop up some of that ash?
Yes.
Same.
I wanna put that into a
Eat it.
her pouch.
Okay.
Hilarium, you want to get some of this for smoking later?
Already rolling it up.
There we go.
Akram comes down from the hill, surveying the scene with a smile on his face. That's easily the fastest anyone has killed it.
Wait, have
Have there
others
been
killed
others?
Well, yes.
Does
Did I
it just
imply
keeps-
otherwise?
it? It comes back?
From the ash.
So if we keep its ash, will it not come back?
Oh, that would be foolish, I'm sure. Why?
I'm emptying my pouch as he says that. Nope.
We weren't supposed to eat that.
Stop smoking it, Delirium.
Too late.
No. So it returns from the ash.
When the fire of the Cinderlands heats hot enough, the worm will be reborn, smaller than he was before. But we have yet to find a way to permanently end it.
Have you tried keeping the ash in water?
Well, timeout. Did they even want to? Like, I feel like this would have been information that would have been conveyed if this wasn't like a trial of sorts.
It was a trial. They wanted to see if we had the Gumshka.
These guys are always just fucking with us.
Hey,
We just
put all the ashes in a big old pile. Put them all in
Smoke
one
it.
big pile.
smoke the worm ash.
Because Norbert wants to banish the pile of ash.
Ooh.
Well, timeout. Did they even want that though?
I don't
No.
care.
Are they not going to be pissed that we're taking away their trial?
I'm murdering their worm.
He's forever murdering it.
That,
but I
that
don't know
might
if
work.
will-
I mean, they.
I don't know if that will work because
Are
what-
you
don't
against
care.
this?
I don't
Do
care.
you not want us to banish your worm? Trial
Could we
worm?
not just put it in a bag of holding and
Then it will murder my bag. My bag is
Well-
my most important possession.
I think it only comes
Or
back if
object.
it's.
yeah, it only
In
comes
the-
back
the
at hot. Just don't
Cinderlands.
put your bag of holding on fire. Or in case of emergency, light your bag on fire and then we have a party.
Literally. Just occurred to me. Gotta be careful with those fireballs.
turns his back on you and starts pointedly walking to the north.
I want to yell at Akram. So banish, don't banish.
If
Yay,
you
nay.
hurry, we can make Flame Ford by dark.
Okay.
He says
I
as he
start
keeps walking.
I start
I banished
trotting.
the worm.
I start trotting along behind him.
So you banish
Catch
the
up.
worm?
I'm banishing it.
Okay. The dust disappears.
Did Illyrium's dust disappear too?
No.
Man's mid-toke.
He's still getting that nice cinder worm high.
Nice.
I don't think we should be doing this, Norbert.
It's already gone.
Oh yeah, I already banished it.
I'm a. Mm,
And I'm
Can't do shit. It's already done. We're out of
yes,
here.
yes, you can, but
Can't unbanish.
you can bonk him.
I can unbanish it.
Yeah,
but-
you have a minute basically.
Oh.
I'm gonna let it sit for a minute and see what happens.
Once a minute is up, it stays banished.
Only if it's not native to this plane of existence.
Yeah, but we don't know if it is or not.
Good time to find out. Be gone, worm.
Does dust produce a silvery smoke? Is that what the man was token?
No.
I mean, I have to say it'd be kind of fucked up if this was actually just a way for them to produce drugs.
I mean, how do you know it's not?
But I mean, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
no, it would
we
be a
know
great
that
idea.
We know it's not from this specifically, but if it's a guardian that the dust is on the ground and they have to kill this in order to collect it.
Coppers come and arrest us for killing the endangered worm that produces drugs. The tribe has no idea how it happened.
Okay, yeah, it is native to this plane, so the dust would return.
Okay.
I'll just let it happen. I wanted to use my banish. But I'm a fancy man.
Okay. So are you following the old dude?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm trotting along behind him.
Bishop's just going to be lazy and get on the back of the carpet and ride back to back with Phil on the way back.
Okay. Well, you are led through the spike stones into the Flameford's heart, the camp of the Sun Clan, the Sklar Claw. There must be 100 Schwanti whooping and hollering and announcing your presence as the truth speaker of the Moon Clan leads you into the camp.
Are they happy or are they pissed because we didn't get 8?
They don't know what's going on yet, but you can see your buddy Krojan standing there with a smile on his face as you come into camp.
Bishop's just going to hold Phil aloft. And Phil's just going to soak up the glory of like people praising him even more so than they normally do.
Let's see. Victor, you hear a voice in your head. Victor, can you hear me?
Yes.
It's Cressida. You must return to the city as soon as possible.
How do I know this is Cressida for sure? What's happening to the city?
We've discovered a red mantis enclave. It needs to be stopped. An
How do
opportunity
I-
to strike at
can
our
I roll, like, an
enemies has
insight check on
presented
this?
itself. The mantis and maidens will fall. Find me in the dead warrens. Yeah, you can do an inside check.
Do I roll it in the regular table or?
Yep.
Cool. There you are. Oh fuck yeah!
Make of that whatever you
Definitely.
want. The voice
Definitely.
fades.
Hey, guys, Grisetta just voice messaged into my skull and said we need to return to the city. They found a red mantis enclave. They're going to be waiting for us. She's going to be waiting for us at the dead.
Bishop's gonna be sad because he thought that they had a special bond, but clearly it wasn't as special as Victor's and hers. So he'll just like gently place Phil back down on the carpet and just sit down.
Being this, I want to reassure Bishop that she probably just messaged me because she didn't know if you do magic or not.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
That's what it was. Don't
I
worry,
won't get
buddy.
in your way, Victor. I won't get in your way anymore. I'm sorry.
Well,
You can talk to her all the time now.
we can go talk to her as soon as we get the information we need from the clans.
We need to be quick about it. She seemed like we needed to be moving fast. But yeah, we need to party with the clans.
So who's this lady? What are you talking
Grisetta.
about?
It's the head.
But
Not
you've
bodyguard,
met
but
her many times.
Mhm.
Grisetta, you know, the top lady at the army?
I think
We've got a red
Victor was
mantis.
talking. What was
Red
that,
mantis
Victor?
enclave. We got a
Wait.
red mantis enclave to go deal with back in the city.
Blunt, you do remember her, right? Or did you get hit?
What?
Wait, is this like you asking out of character who this person is, or is this like Blunt actually asking out loud?
No, Blunt was asking.
Oh,
I'm going through
okay.
a tunnel and I just walk away from you.
Okay, so what are the I'm trying to focus back in here. What are the clan leaders doing? What are we?
The truth speaker is looking back at you since you've had this little sidebar conversation, and he sort of glares and head points toward the council fire in the middle of the camp. He regains his composure, holding his star knife high so all can see, and enters into the camp. What are you guys doing?
I will just sit in silence at the sadness that happened, and I'll just like gingerly like hold the tip end of a blade of one of my star knives up, just kind of like very haphazardly, just like, and very like terribly, like if the wind blew, it would fall out of Bishop's hand. And Phil will just kind of like keep following the guy.
Okay. Well, the anybody else? I guess before I narrate further, anybody else doing anything?
Yeah, I'll start. I'll walk over to the fire.
Yeah.
Seems like he wants us to head that way.
I can head that way.
Okay. Krojan nods to the Sun Shaman as you approach, acknowledging your existence, or at least perhaps hearkening back to a conversation that they had prior. He stares at you stoically. The true speaker of the Moon Clan speaks. These are the mighty warriors whose legends are being told among our people. They have proven themselves warriors, honored among the Shuan-Ti. Shamak, no more. Krogan rips out a mighty cheer, and the entire camp joins in. The Sun Shaman's face softens just a bit. He asks for you to tell your tale, and Phil, I'm sure, bursts into glorious song to relay the entire thing yet one more time.
How did you know? He's going to add some bardic inspiration to that. What do I need? What is it now?
Performance?
Probably a D10.
No. Is it a D10 now? Okay.
Damn, that's some inspiration right there.
Well, it's not as good as he could have done.
18's not shabby.
Okay. The Sun Shaman seems impressed. He gestures with one hand, and the entire camp falls silent. And he speaks. Many hundreds of years ago, a man named Mandravius gathered a small group of heroes to fight a despotic blue dragon named Kazevon. And my ancestor was one who joined this crusade. This ancestor, a shaman named Amarant, was gone for months. When she finally returned, she was not the same woman. Her hands shook, her eyes carried a haunted stare, and she cried out in fear for the night. She spoke little of what she had experienced while fighting at Mandravius' side, but did say they were successful in defeating Kazevon, and that the dragon's fortress of Scarwall in the Belkin was now under Mandravius' control. While Kazevon had been defeated, his will to live was so immense that the remains of his body twitched. Heroes attempted to destroy the remains, but key fragments of the dragon's skeleton resisted even their most destructive spells. Mandravius tasked the 7 surviving heroes, among them Amarant, each claiming one of the bony relics of Kazevon's body and taking them far from Scarwall. None of the 7 would communicate where they were going to the others or to Mandravius, in hopes of ensuring that their chosen relics would remain hidden and guarded for all time in order to prevent the dragon from returning to life. Amarant told this story to her fellow shamans and revealed that her selected relics were the dragon's fangs, from which she called Midnight's Teeth. She and the other shaman chose the ancient pyramid on the shores of the Conqueror's Bay as the Fang reliquary. After hiding them in a secret room deep within the pyramid, Amarant and her descendants swore to ensure the fangs would remain safe. For generations, they maintained their task, until Cheliax invaded and drove us off. The few survivors who knew the secret of the fangs were forced to flee with their kin into the Cinderlands. For the next 3 centuries, the knowledge was passed from Sun Shaman to Sun Shaman, and we have watched with fearful eyes as the city of Corvosa has grown up around our ancient reliquary. This is the knowledge you have earned. With our blessing, take it.
So is your just not a normal day in Corvosa? It's on top of an ancient relic. Corvosos are the vampires having, right?
Yes, it is.
What?
Alright. What?
What?
Yeah, there's a pyramid buried under Corvosa.
But what about vampires?
Well, we did murder a bunch of vampires there.
Yeah, did we fight a whole bunch of vampires there?
Well, we thought the queen was a vampire for there.
That was all in Corvosa, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My brain's just a little foggy. I don't really
I-
remember.
So basically, the queen is kept alive by the spirits in the pyramid?
No, I don't think no. So the pyramid is housing the one of the 7 pieces of the dead dragon, specifically the fangs. And those are deep buried under the Corvosa. Right?
In the pyramid.
It throws out there. Maybe it's all related.
So it's been a while since we may have encountered some of these facts. Let me refresh. Where is the castle in the city?
It's on top of the pyramid, isn't it?
Indeed.
Okay.
But our specific question was, why the queen can't be killed. Did we pose that question to the Sun Shaman?
It's because Norbert hasn't disintegrated her yet.
The Sun Shaman believes that she may have been corrupted by Kazavon's spirit.
I kind of explained that I'm having some memory problems, and I apologize. I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry, Blind. I'm right there with you.
All right, hold on.
Posted that in the people, places, and murdering.
What's the name of the artist? Do you guys remember the artist?
I might have that written down.
Ah, there it is. You guys remember this?
Yeah.
Salvatore.
Oh, he was drawing the evil dragon.
Yeah, I have 11 mundane paintings from him.
All right, let's go find those. Since you have them, you can easily look at them.
What was that?
I said, since you have the paintings.
Sorry, I just got back. I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
We're on a trip down memory lane. We don't remember what's been happening, and that's kind of scary.
So what do we need to memory lane part?
Blunt explains that he doesn't remember anything about Corvosa, and he's scared.
Gotcha. And what do I need to do with the paintings, Bob, other than just take them out of my bag?
Well, I was going to describe them to you again, unless they're already on there.
It's just that they're mundane. There's 11 mundane ones. I know that we initially talked about them, how they weren't as depictive of the one where he was drawing, where it was more in depth and it wasn't as mundane, describing some being coming down. And I remember one of the cult followers came to get Salvatore while we were rescuing him, and we didn't give him up.
Let's see. Shadowy dragons, torture, violence, darkness, scenes of pain and despair in vivid colors. And remember, one of the fanciest paintings was a handsome man in the process of peeling away the flesh of his arms as if he were taking off a pair of gloves. Underneath his arms are muscular and covered with glittering blue scales.
Mm. The dragon's trying to be resurrected, or he's already resurrected? As a man?
Or as the queen.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes more sense.
Phil is attempting to remember.
So it's a bit of a mystery still. What else? Any other details? Thought maybe there was going to be something interesting in the attack picture, but I don't think there was. I mean, I can share it again, but
And you have 11 paintings in your inventory?
He's been carrying around 11 of them for a while.
Is it like protected? Is this art damage?
So they're mundane, so they're not as well depicted as what he did. So he would stated that he had, if I remember what Salvatore told us, he had a muse that he was able to draw the more descriptive ones. So like the guy ripping the flesh off of his arms to show that he had scales underneath him. So he had visions of this being that would show him these sights, and he would then paint them. But then when he was stuck in the closet, he was telling, or when he was locked in that room, he was essentially telling us that it was no longer there. And then he was drawing these like mundane versions that weren't living up to the full expectation or full abilities that he had shown previously. In my inventory, all they say is that they're mundane. They don't give a description about what they actually are. But if that's kind of what I remember, they didn't necessarily have too much of a description saying like, hey, this is what this is.
so yeah, that's from when the Sable Riders guy got killed because he shot her in the head and she lived.
Yeah, the only thing we have in the people, places, and murdering notes is that Salvatore screen is Van Carlo's house guest, draws graphic and violent paintings.
What kind of necklace is she wearing?
I don't know if that's noteworthy.
And you said,
that's
was
just
that
a
Blackjack that shot somebody in the head? The image that for the crown revealed, or is that somebody else?
That's somebody else.
Okay,
It was the captain of the Sable Riders.
that's right, because he shot her, and that's how, because they disbanded the Sable Riders, and he didn't like it, and he knew that something was afoot, so then he shot her, and then she still lived because it was like a headshot.
pulled the arrow from her temple, killed him with her bare hands. What other memories are you lacking?
I think that's the gist of it. I feel pretty caught up.
Are we still with the sun shaman?
Yes.
Okay.
Does he know of any precautions his ancestors had to take to protect themselves from being corrupted by the things?
Good question.
Or any stories about something like this happening to his ancestors? It would probably stick out, immortal demi-dragons and all.
Looking.
I would think she has to actually possess them, right? Because if they were just in the pyramid, then anyone in the castle would be impacted as well, right? You would think.
Say that again.
I think that she would have to be in possession of the artifact, of the fangs. Because if it was just in the pyramid, then anyone in the castle would be affected as well.
True. Do we know of anyone else who might have been affected?
Well, not her husband that she killed, right? Or am I making that up?
It could have been her girlfriend, the leader of the Grey Knights.
So what do we know about Salvatore?
I mean, he looks pretty messed up. I think it was before I started playing, though.
Bishop, you were talking about his paintings?
So sorry, my wife just came home.
Okay.
The paintings, from what I remember, is he had visions that were, he called it kind of like his muse, from what I'm remembering. And it was basically like a god that was giving him images that he would paint out. And he would have other paintings that he would try to recreate afterwards, after he created those, and they were like the mundane ones that like I have. They weren't all the way up to
Where
the
was
full. He was with it was once the old Corvosa got shut down. He was with the leader, the king over there, where we planted the first bean, fighting the first first mummy from Blunt. And he was locked in a closet, essentially, for all intended purposes. because it was right after we had met with, oh, what was his name? I just saw it. I gotta pull up the notes again. We had just met up with somebody who was trying to go save his friend, who was very weak, in all honesty. Hold on, let me get to the notes real quick. So we were with Eamon Jalinto, and we went to Vencarlo's home because he was concerned about him. We got attacked by the Red Mantises, where part of the academy was burnt down, as well as Vencarlo's home. Salvatore was Vencarlo's house guest at the time prior to being taken, and it's not in the notes, but he was basically locked up by the quote unquote ruler of Old Corvosa after it had shut down and gotten closed off by the Gray Maidens, and we killed that guy. I have some crowns still in my possession that I have like been periodically passing out to everybody that were that I obtained from there. But he was locked in that closet essentially, and we released him after we had fought. There was one person there that Leori Vass, I believe it's the invisible elf, who essentially is this like cleric almost. She had like chains around her arm, but she was coming to rescue Salvatore because she was like a representative of the god that she worships, and he had vision, so they wanted to get him to paint some more because of his paintings, and they knew of it. So they then we talked him down from doing so, and then we got him out with the flying carpet with Amen. The two of them departed the city as a whole. And then we went on from there to go to Vencarlo, who was at, I think, the Domo place, where we couldn't actually use any magic inside of the place because he was locked in the dungeon. Hopefully I'm remembering right, but I think that's... Yeah.
I believe you entirely.
So he had a muse, right?
Yeah, he had a muse. He kind of discussed it. I just don't remember what the muse was. And then after certain...
Had the muse?
What's up?
Where did he live when he had the muse?
That I don't know, because I think it was prior to him being captured, so it might have been with when he was with Giancarlo that he had this, because he was a guest at his house and that's kind of where we learned that he started to do the violent paintings that he was, like the guy ripping his skin off his arms.
Tell you what, you're looking at the paintings, right? You have the paintings available to you.
I don't. I just have them in my inventory as 11 mundane Salvatore paintings, and there's no additional description.
Yeah, why don't you give me a roll of your choice to analyze the paintings? I think there's a clue I could potentially give you.
And we never like found the source of the plague, even, right?
We never found the source of what? I'm sorry.
The plague.
Of the plague. So the plague we knew was coming from the vampires, and the vampires were hired by the queen, and that's kind of what led us down the rabbit hole. And then we found out that the Red Mantises murdered the king, but they couldn't tell us like what exactly happened due to the Red Mantis like contract. Essentially, it's like a seal that they couldn't do. I guess I'm gonna do perception, Bob. to see if I can learn something, and then Phil's gonna give me bardic inspiration.
Okay, so among the mundane paintings, none of them make any significant use of the color blue.
I'll let the team know. I'll be like, hey, throughout these paintings, none of them have blue in them. When when we review, like when we remember the older ones, they had blue in them. So it's something maybe draconic, something that's blue, maybe something maybe more in depth with that. But it's definitely with these, it's the lack of color blue that might help us lead something down.
And the sun shaman is still right there.
I kind of just show him and like walk him through what we did before with Salvatore and like what he told us. And hopefully I don't have to re-explain it because I don't. I was hopefully talking loud enough for him to hear as well, and kind of like point this out as well, that there's a lack of blue in these paintings, and if he might know of a creature, being, deity that is blue that has control over the mind. Maybe something similar to what we encountered in the globe when we were looking at the world.
He looks confused and says, "It's Kazavan, the great blue dragon."
Cobalt, write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, I wrote it. I got the. It's Victor, but I got the big blue dragon, Kozava. Kazavan.
Please, sir, go further into detail. This might help us find more clues.
Kazavan's soul is fragmented into seeds. If they find soil in which they can grow, they could bloom into a mighty tree. He could be reborn.
What is needed to plant the seeds to help them grow? Is it death within at certain points? Is it high number of deaths, or is there something different?
One would have to absorb his power into their mortal frame, accepting his soul alongside theirs. This would make them an incredible creature indeed, most likely immortal.
Can you share the photo of the queen again?
Yeah.
Hearing that, I'm going to ask him, outside of potential immortality, are there visual markings that there would be two souls residing in one body, such as this?
This is not known to us, for it has never happened.
I think the queen might have a part of him inside of her then, because she took an arrow to the dome and pulled it out and then murdered the man with one hand afterwards.
I mean, that's what I was looking at, right? Like, is she wearing them, right? This necklace could maybe be a fame. Her crown, maybe. And there's gold in this photo.
I'm thinking it might be more so the crown.
Or she's got this thing like hanging down. I don't know. Oh,
I'll
yeah,
ask if there's any, if he knows of.
Those are actual fangs.
Yes.
Mystery solved. We figured it out.
Yeah, the only thing I'll ask is if he knows of any like religious symbol or iconography that represent this being of the dragon in like some kind of like clan marking or something, or just anything that we can identify. Maybe additional people are part of it.
I don't think so. I don't think he is aware of a symbol for Kazavon.
Okay, cool.
Kazavon.
I don't think Bishop has any other questions. If anybody else does.
I'm sorry, did you say my name?
No, I just said Bishop's line of questions are done. If anybody else,
Got it. Sorry, I thought I heard Victor. I was like,
I mean, you're more than welcome to, Victor. Step up and ask any other questions.
I mean, I feel like you hit all the major points.
I think the only thing that I'll ask is if the dragon does, like what type of damage it does. If it's like lightning, is it cold, or is it like water? Being as it's just blue, so it could be any one of those. So I just don't know. Maybe we can kind of like start preparing for like a resistance or something.
Blue dragons are lightning.
So
Yes, it definitely breathes lightning, but it's also much more than just a dragon.
right.
Some kind of weird lich dragon.
Yeah, Bishop's gonna have to change his bow damage.
Does he know? I guess the artifacts were supposed to be scattered, right? Does he know who took them, or where they may have gone,
Or what they look like?
Or I mean, do any of us know actually having these like surfaced, right?
I don't think we as a party might not have necessarily ran into something like that. If we did, we'd never put two and two together because we haven't had the information like we did now.
I mean, like rumors or anything, right? Like most powerful dragon bits.
No, I know we had like,
Maybe you have field check history or something.
yeah, definitely probably do that then.
Know any stories of dragon bits?
And if needed, he'll do bardic inspiration on top of that.
Go ahead.
Oh fuck yeah, 26.
So Phil is remembering the chain cleric who worshipped Zon Cthulhu. And what's that?
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of something real quick. I was gonna let you finish before I said it.
And this is a cult known to make their business about resurrecting old gods.
In remembering that, Phil's just gonna point to the scythe on the back of Bishop and bring up those facts as like, and use it kind of like as a catalyst as well to be like, didn't we take a cleric down that Bishop's scythe is from that was trying to resurrect something? Where
no,
we got
not that one.
not that one. Was it the chain?
Talking about the cursed one that we didn't take.
Yeah.
Because it's cursed.
Never mind then.
Yeah, you guys. She was looking for Salvatore, and you guys allowed her to leave.
The one that was coming to get Salvatore, you said?
Yes.
Wait, how many paintings did he have?
So I have 11 of mundane versions. I don't know if that's... I don't remember if he talked about or if we knew of how many in total he had, but I would imagine it'd be similar to that.
I would like to study them. Investigation. I'm looking for dragon bits. I mean, the obvious is the guy pulling away his skin, but anything else?
Yeah, most of them do have. Well, the older ones, anyway, do have draconic imagery very prominently featured throughout them. The new ones don't. It's pain, it's torture, it's death, but it just it's also not as artistic.
Paintings are derivative.
The conclusion that's being begged is that Kazafan was his muse.
Yeah. But more importantly, if he was drawing any of these relics or recording them.
Nothing in any of the paintings you have.
Okay.
That lady's name. So weird. Anyway, yeah, so Phil's thinking that you should try and get in touch with this cult. Because they would be the ones most likely to know where other pieces might be.
Yeah. We can tell them we're trying to help them. Someone record the name of the cult for next time.
Okay, is that in the murderings?
Just checking.
Victor.
Sorry, I was my daughter wanted something.
This one.
You know, you're good.
Sorry.
That's the one, yes. The
Yep.
one that turned invisible.
Yes.
That I tracked up until the wall when she left, and then she went back into the main city from the direction that I was getting the hunter's mark from, right, Bob?
Yes.
Okay.
What was the name of the cult? She was part of. Anyone?
Yeah, come
I
on.
don't have it.
Bob just said it. I just don't remember.
Copy paste it for you.
Yeah.
Zon Cthulhu.
Zon Cthulhu.
Zon Cthulhu.
God of pain and darkness.
Pain and darkness.
Oh, my soul. Got it. Thanks.
Okay. You hear alarm cries go out. The warriors from the edge scream, "We're under attack!" You see a gargoyle swoop by overhead. And in the distance, red mantis assassins begin eviscerating the townsfolk, coming in waves. Beyond them, you see a man with a great crossbow firing black and red bolts into people's eyes.
Bishop immediately runs to go help the people. Either he needs to go to fight them, but also just to save the people to try to get them away.
How many assassins are we talking about here?
More than you can quickly count.
Bishop's just gonna yell to the people to kind of move, and he's gonna try to help get them to safety. Yeah, and I think you know what I'm gonna do this. Do I notice because you said they're shooting red and black arrows into the eyes of people? Do I notice the one dude that's hunting all of the clan of all of the clan members, and that's leaving the arrows in the eyes of these people.
Yes, the Cinderlander is there.
Cool. Am I within 90-ish feet of him?
No, not yet. But we will be next time we play.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought.
Bonus action Hunter's
Nice.
Mark on that motherfucker, so even if he turns invisible.
Not again.
Not letting that happen again.
Yep, the red mantis and the gargoyles are seizing the opportunity to attack. And we'll play that out when we get together next time.
Next time.
Dragon
Dragon
Hell
Ball Z.
yeah! The cliffhanger fight. Okay, I've got some pretty good extensive notes this time. I know last time's notes were lacking. Killed demon gorilla with wings, leveled to 12. I got good stuff this time.
Yes.
Riley, why did you send somebody to my door?
All right,
It's
Hey, stream's not from
Oklahoma.
shit.
we're going to close down the stream. Good night, everybody who's viewing from
Night,
Oklahoma
everybody.
and elsewhere.
Night, guys.
Nah.
Thanks, Bob.